Namaste. So I've been thinking about this idea of the headstand. When we come into the 90 degree or the half headstand, the lower back arches or it just is painful. So I'm going to see if this is what is actually happening in the body. This is quite important to get because you're going to need it for handstands, forearm balance, any inversion that you then are trying to get the legs down, the weight has to change. And headstand is really maybe the easiest one to look into it because you've got more base. Like a handstand, you only got hands. The forearm, you got more, but the shoulder flexibility is quite something in that balance. And then to shift the weight. Yeah, lots of fun to practice. So the first thing, okay, so let me show you how we potentially are going to hurt the back. So I'm just like breathing here, so I don't actually hurt myself, but just to show what potentially could and what we potentially have to do. Okay, so normal Baddha Hasta Sirsasana. And we lift. So we're lifting the chest, lifting the tummy, coming up. Breathe. Okay, so now to come to the 90 degree. And what I think happens is, first of all, the neck might not be in the right place, so let's describe that. And if you struggle to come down, the weight's not changing, you might be needing to do that to get it, and then potentially that could be hurting the neck, the back, and sometimes just pulling in the muscles on the back. So the secret for me to get that, not to do that, is really engage and push. So let's just look at the position of the head. You lift the chest. The head, instead of being maybe even slightly on the hairline, on the forehead, is completely on the top of your head. So it's really, really, you'll feel that's very relaxed. Whereas that, it does feel not bad, but yeah, you want to be lifted from the belly. It's like a plumb line where you are absolutely going to drop from the ceiling just in one straight line. Then the arms and the shoulders want to support you. And so what happens in the arch, so let's say we're on the head, but we're opposite direction. Okay, we're on the head. And you're trying to then, you're in a straight line, and you're trying to bring your leg forward, but it doesn't want to happen from here, because that's really, so you see this roundness that actually happens, and this pull. So if you do that and you push your head against your hands, you're getting tremendous strength across the chest. So what often would happen is, instead of getting that strength, we go, okay, and we do that with the pelvis to get the legs to come to 90 degrees. Instead of doing that with the pelvis and bringing your weight back. We'll talk about the weight coming back last. Okay, so first we want this nice shoulder strength. So you hug and you pull the chest. And even in the headstand, push your head into your hands. So whether your hands are like that or like that, just get a secure kind of push feeling. So pulling the head. Let's just check that one now. You can play around with that and see. So now that I'm pushing my head, my chest is more active. I feel much more stable there. Now I can lift and come down. Yeah. So you can already surely see a big difference between the two. Now the last thing is that with that strong shoulder, you want to actually make a line there, but as you're bringing your legs down to 90, you want to a little bit, so instead of arching, instead of doing that to try and get, because that's compensating for the weight of the feet, you actually want the stomach to stay strong and the weight to go over, so that the hips counterbalance the weight of the feet. So you're going to stand at a slight angle like that. So what you need here in the shoulders to do that is not going, like you're going that way, but your shoulders are kind of lifting and pushing the other way. but you're letting your spine kind of like those circus people that stand at a slant. Okay, so to get that, again, that's what's going to help, and the lift of the belly. So always scooping and then softening. So you want this strong and the hip flexor loose, so the leg can just really lift to 90. It's not there, that's tight and that's hard work to get the leg to 90, but yeah, if I just relax, the hip is relaxed. So lifting in the sit bones, and then the hip flexor relaxed. So let's try that if I think of shifting the weight but not arching. Let the shoulders, as you shift over, the shoulders push back. So this is a nice drill. Quickly, just do it without the head. Lift under the armpits. And you lift in the chest, you shift over. Then you push and you pull your shoulders back. And then you shift over and you pull your shoulders back. So you're getting stronger and stronger through the arms and the torso. Forward and you push your shoulders back. Okay, so let's try that. Supported. Push your head a little bit into the hands, lifting your chest, lifting your armpits, and inhaling, come up. Okay, keep the whole little finger, the whole hand on the floor, keep the elbows on the floor, keep the shoulders pulling back. Now when I come down, I soften the hip flexor, I let the weight push, my head is pushing nicely into my thumbs and coming over into that position. Shoulders are going towards my feet, but I don't know how to explain that. And then you lift back from your stomach. So then there's no compromise in the back muscles compared to when it's arching. So that's all I can think that would actually cause the pain in your back when doing your 90 degree. Just stabilize more in the shoulders. Cool, hope that helps. Thank you. Namaste.